And this is Lucky Charms.
And we're going to be doing a review on the May 2018 Banlist that came out. We're going to discuss the cards and then discuss decks we think are going to, thrive off this Banlist. What's the top decks that's going to be our top 5. So we're going to go ahead and get started here with Sorcerer being the first card on this list. I think we all meet him. I think everybody in the Yu-Gi-Oh committee knew this was coming with the Sorcerer hit, so we're really not going to discuss much about it. I mean, we know what the card can do, what it did for Magicians, what they did with it. So it was the right call. I'm sure he agrees.
I do.
It was the right call. Masterpiece. It's sad.
Well, between me and you, I think an argument came up over it, but
yeah, but I mean, it's the right call though. They did need to do something with Dracos. I think Masterpiece was kind of harsh, but it is what it is. It is the right call. I mean, I wasn't harping too much about it. It needed to happen. Something needed to be done with Dracos. They did it. They cut the head off the beast. They killed the deck. So.
Well, I look at it this way. Would you rather have a win consistency button on Draco matchups, or would you want to have them to still have searchers and the other cards to grind off of for them to use diagram?
I think the problem with the Draco was more so them being able to get Masterpiece on board by turn 1 or turn 2 on your opponent's turn, not so much the card itself. I mean, that's just my opinion. His is completely different. He thinks the card itself is the problem. Me, not so much. Me, it's just more so the being able to bring that card out on my turn by turn 2. I mean, them consistently being able to do it. That was the problem for me, not so much the card itself. So, but I mean, I'm not gonna argue about it. It's the right call. And then the next card is Cluster Amurius, the Phoenix card, the FTK enhancer for the plant NG. We haven't got it yet, but I think they're doing this more so for the future. They know what it can do, so it's the right call. That needed to happen. So
I honestly think that the FTKs need to go away.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that too. FTKs do need to die. That's what they did with this ban list. They did kill all the FTKs, the plants before it became a problem. They did the Gym Knight hit. They did the
Magicians with Starving Venom.
Yeah, which is the next card. Starting Venom banned. I think they hit the wrong card. Honestly, in my opinion, they hit the wrong card. They should have hit Nightingale.
I would agree to that.
But Venom does the same thing. It stops that FTK. They don't have that FTK to their disposal with the Venom either. So, but I think Venom would have been nice for other decks to use. So it's unfortunate for Venom that he got the hit instead of Nightingale. So, Ancient Fairy Dragon.
He called it to be exactly cut off the list. I mean, we were using it. Or he was using it for his ABC Busters, and then I go, hey, why don't we use it for Blue Eyes, and then run the Dragon Ravine setup.
It's a fair hit, though. Even though I do use it. Being able to abuse it, any deck can abuse it, it needed to go. So, I wasn't, too hurt on that. It's okay.
Nor was I. I mean, the card's been around long enough and doing its shenanigans. It should have been killed off long time ago.
And then the next card is Rank Up, Magic, Argent, Chaos Force. Same thing. Zexal Lock. They don't like locks either. TCG never likes locks. They try to get rid of the locks before it becomes a problem. So that's the right call. And then the last card was the grass is greener. I don't know what 60 card decks did, but they killed it. They killed 60 card decks with that hit.
That sucks for Infernoids. I mean, a bunch of other cards that could run 60 card variants just are shut down now. They can't do anything about it.
Yeah, so I mean, now we're all safe to run 40 card decks without worrying about a 60 card deck running around and then being able to have that, turn 1 Uber plays. So
Exactly.
to me, it's fair. I mean, honestly, I think it's the wrong call. They shouldn't have done it. There's other cards they could have hit, like Scapegoat.
They could have
hit
link plays.
Scapegoat.
Just a bunch of link plays off Scapegoat.
Yeah, I mean, Scapegoat and Grass to Green falls under the same category where, you know, it's a game changer. Both cards are game changers. They were gonna hit Grass to Green, they should have hit Scapegoat, honestly. If they were going with that mindset of why hit Grass to Green because it's that game changer, then they should have hit Scapegoat too.
It's
they did hit Gofu last Banlist, so
you think about it too, like you were discussing with me earlier. It's like, oh, okay, we're Zodiacs. They got punished. So other decks, like you were saying, Scapegoat could have been the other card instead of Grass.
Yeah. I think that would have been the right call, but you know.
Or put the damn card to 1.
Or yeah, at least show us something that you're seeing that Scapegoat is a problem, because it is a problem at this point. To me, I don't know about him. But anyways, now to the cards that are going to 2. Honestly, in my opinion, there should be no cards going to 2. This shouldn't even exist. It either should be hit or be removed. But yeah, that's another discussion for later. Towers went to 2. It should just be at 3. There should no reason for it to be at 2. It's not doing anything. Clifford's ain't going to do anything.
Even with the Link Monster out, there's no reason.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't done anything since the Link Monster. They haven't even showed any, shred of competition. So they should have just put it at 3. Same with this next card. They put on at 2. Ring of Destruction. Same thing. They should have put this at 3.
Jack shit.
Yeah, it's not going to do anything.
I mean, like, if your opponent's life points are lower than yours, you can't even inflict damage on either you or your opponent. There's no point of it.
So yeah, they should have just put that card at 3. They shouldn't even. I'm sure they will put these 2 cards at 3 next spam list, because that's what they always do. They always put stuff at 2 and then they put it at 3. They always move it up. Anyways, that's it for the going to 2, the discussions. Now the stuff that's unlimited. Number 1 is Atinian. Atlanteans. Dragoon. Yeah, he's at 3. So there you go, Mermels. You got your
your best friend back.
back. So we'll discuss that after the discussion too. Grand Soil.
It was bound to happen because the errata.
Yeah, the errata it got. We all seen that. I think we all seen that coming. Also with the Elemental Lord supports that they got, it was bound to happen. Agnes, he hit Masterpiece.
So you got to give Draco some cards back or something to grind through the deck and just get away with it.
Yeah, I think we missed Limited, didn't we? They brought back Dynamite. Dynamite, yeah, like I said, Masterpiece being hit, Dynamite can come back. No reason to have him on the ban list. So him coming back to 1 is okay since they did ban Masterpiece. So yeah, that was the right call. No reason to have him on the ban list anymore with Masterpiece gone. Then yeah, Master Diamond. I thought that was the wrong call. They should have hit
Lady Lapis
Lazuli. So. But I mean, Diamond does the same thing. They're with these hits. People are going to strap away from the FTK Gem Knights. People are probably going to stop running it because of that hit. So it did its job. I don't think anyone's going to be playing the FTK Gem Knights anymore after that. And then the next card was Chain Strike. To me, that was odd until I realized the reason why they hit it. Next set, we're getting this burn card that Chain Burn can strive off of. So running it at 2 would be too much. Like I said, they're trying to hit all the FTKs before it even becomes a problem.
Even
with the
the
plants
chain burns.
and the chain burn. So chain strike was the right call. Like I said, that didn't even come to mind until I thought about it after I seen this list, and I think that was it for limited. So, and now we already did the semi-limited. We gotta skip limited. Now back to the unlimited mathematician.
For all you.
Yeah, I called it. Mathematician has no reason not to be off the ban list. There's better cards. BAs won't be using this card anymore. That's the reason why he got hit in the first place, because BAs was being able to use Mathematician. And then now since Grass is Greener got hit, Shadows ain't gonna probably do much with Mathematician anymore.
Or Infernoids.
Or Infernoids. Infernoids ain't gonna do nothing either with it. There's better cards you can run besides Mathematician. Is the end result here. That's why he's off the ban list, I'm sure. Grand Mole. Yay! The mole is back. The
Now
mole.
it's Total mole time.
The mole. Yeah. A lot of people have been wanting this card back, so they got it. So
And the
there's
last
no.
one.
Yeah, it's not like you can pendulum 3 and then, wreck a
Exactly.
board. So it's okay.
And then you'd be staring 3 grand moles in the face like, oh shit, you're gonna stop me from doing anything.
Exactly. It's not going to do anything. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, basically.
Compulse.
The number one card we've been talking about for the last couple of weeks that we wanted
Yeah.
to come off the ban list.
Only because I wanted to run in my Alter Guys. That's it. The only reason why, because I wanted to run in Alter Guys. Alter Guys could definitely use this card at 3, so I'm glad to see it. Yeah, that's it for the ban list. My overall thought of this ban list was it was okay. I am going to grade it an F, though, for them not hitting a Scapegoat. So, I mean, that is harsh, I understand, but I'm just tired of seeing Scapegoat. I'm tired of losing to Scapegoat. I'm sure everyone is tired of losing to Scapegoat. It's an
Definitely.
unfair card. So until they hit Scapegoat, they're always going to get an F from me. Regardless of what they do.
Me, I'd give it like a D minus. Yeah, like he said, Scapegoat could have been one of them. Lightingale or any other FTK variant cards that needed to be hit on the list.
Oh, they did. They did issue the FTK though with
Yeah.
the Diamond and the Venom. So
Right.
They did sort of answer the FTK problems by
Right.
hitting those cards, because now those FTKs won't exist. I mean, diamonds really how you get the FTK out with just one diamond. So
Right.
I mean, it's still there, just like the Nightingale's still there, but it's real hard now with Sorcerer being banned to get that Nightingale play.
And then you think since Sorcerer's gone, like we were discussing, even when it came to Devil Iris, even though that's an old list, the deck can't even do anything for searching consistency,
Now-
breakups, and shit.
Now, by no means does this mean magicians are dead.
The deck still got plays it can do no matter what, even though you've got a couple cards that are banned.
And Dracos aren't dead either, even though Masterpiece I mean, the deck itself is dead competitively, but the deck can still,
Do a bunch
do
of
some.
shenanigans.
I mean, you didn't hit Demise, you didn't hit Diagram, you didn't hit Terraforming, you didn't hit any of the consistently cards that consistently makes that card, that deck go. So, I mean, at the end of the day, all you did was just took away their boss monster, and that was it. So, I mean, you're still going to be able to splash. I mean, someone will be creative enough to splash something in Dracos to make them, competitive. I mean, I think it's going to be more like a Floodgate control deck now instead of,
Beat over the boss monster with immunity.
have a boss monster that's immune to stuff. So, I mean, I still think Dracos will do something. I think it's going to be more of an anti-meta, like Altergeist is, instead of a, meta defying deck. So, it's going to be a road deck now. That's what I'm getting at here. It's a road deck. It's not dead. It's just severely damaged. We're going to discuss the decks now that, we think are going to thrive off of this. The top 5 decks to beat, basically. We'll start out with Lucky Charms here.
So one of them, I believe, would be the God dang ABC Nightmare, one of them. That I think most players now, since we have more Nightmare stuff already on the board, that would already be competitive enough with the ABCs, and you can just build your board up and just get away with a bunch of shit. And then Altergeist being one, like he was saying, would have been one of them. Somewhere would be Pendulum Magician, even though they haven't lost all their consistency. Gokis and Dracos would be one of them. Now, this guy will give you his explanation of the decks he thinks.
Deck to beat is definitely Gokis. We've seen that last format before when Flame of Destruction was released. That Gokis were topping. They were winning events before the ban list. They didn't get touched. So obviously we see Gokis being the number one deck to beat. Spyro Nightmares. I think that deck's gonna probably be the second best deck to beat. Spyro Nightmares and Gokis basically conflict each other, so I think it's gonna be like the Draco, Magicians, where Dracos were strong against the Magician matchup. Spyros is strong against the Goki matchup, so I think that's gonna be another Magician Draco thing going on with those two decks. After that, I think Altergeist is going to be number 3. I think that's going to be the third best deck. Number 4, I think Pendulum Magicians are still going to be in there. I don't think they're going to be the dominant deck it was, but I still think players are going to be able to use other NGs to make up for the Sorcerer hit. I've already seen players trying to, do little shenanigans with the deck. People need to realize that perform pals are still a thing. You still have Lizard. You still have,
a bunch of shit.
That they could use. Even Pendulum Sorcerer is still out there. It's at 3 still.
Right.
People are probably going to start using that NG to get their consistency boost. Number 5. I got a bunch of number 5s that are like tied right now. ABCs. What else do we have? We have a lot.
We had Mech Knight and Vogue.
Yeah, Mech Knight and Volk.
That's the one I forgot about. I was gonna throw it as number 1.
I mean, I'm gonna throw this with Pendulum Magicians. I think Pendulum Magicians are gonna go with Zephyra. Zephyra they didn't touch. Zephyra was actually topping 2 at certain events too. I think one Zephyra deck actually did win a regional. I think that's where magician players are going to go, is with the Zephyra NG. Zephyra is a really strong NG. They didn't touch it. They didn't touch Electromite, which that deck does thrive off of with Electromite. So I think Zephyras are probably going to be the deck. Not so much Pendulum Magicians, but Zephyras.
And then your ideal of Paleozoics as well.
Yeah, Paleozoics, I think, since Masterpieces hit, Paleozoics will be able to come back and do their thing, because that was their kryptonite. Keegley's Heel was the Masterpiece, and being able to, not being able to get off that Masterpiece.
I think get rid of it even when you make Totally Awesome on the board.
So,
and then try to steal their...
Infernoids, I think, are going to be, on the bubble until someone figures out a good build for Infernoids. To conclude this list, though, do know that this is before Brandishers, so that's why we didn't mention
the
Brandishers.
Skyfang Brigade and all that other stuff coming out the next side.
So this is before that. Definitely Brandishers is going to be the number 1 deck to beat after.
Oh, and Element Sabers being the other one for tied for 5th in your list.
Yeah, Elemental Saber. I mean, I wasn't going to throw it on the list because I'm not a Elemental Saber fan.
Nor am I, but like we were discussing, Grand Soil's coming back off the list as well.
Yeah, but his Aroda is bad though.
Right.
But I mean, and then I also want to mention that Gokis will be the number 1, but I believe, in my opinion, that people were going to find a card to counter Gokis. Once that happens, will Goki survive? That would be the question here. No one has found a card to stop Gokis yet. because it's still a brand new archetype that people are not really familiar with. I'm not familiar with it myself.
I'm not either.
So I mean that's why that deck is thriving right now. Is there's no knowledge of it. Once we get knowledge of it, once we figure out how to stop that deck, will that deck survive? That's going to be the question. If it does, then it will be the number one deck. If it doesn't, then Spyros I think will be the deck to beat. But I mean, as of right now, as we're making this video, Gokis will be the number one until we figure that out. And then if we figure it out and they figure out a way to counter it, and if they're able to, then
more power
to them.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's going to be the number one question: is how do we stop the Gokis, and will they be able to strive or live after we find a way? So once we figure that out, then we will go on from there.
Exactly.
But until then, Gokis number one in my book. And his was what?
ABC Nightmare.
ABC. That's weird.
I was trying to think of what it was at first. I was like, fuck, I'm drawing a blank. Where the fuck is... Oh, then like I said, my fifth choice would have been my first in reverse. It would have been Invoke Mech Knights versus ABC Nightmares. That would have been my choice because, you know, who wouldn't want to make a Mechaba or anything from the extra deck, and if you got an Ash and Grave, oh, okay, there's your Ash. I'm going to make Kaliga and just do a bunch of shit off you.
And then, like, last format, I think will be in this format where a lot of decks, I think, will be sleeper decks. There was a lot of sleeper decks last format. A lot of decks that we thought was surprised to see tops.
Right.
He's got to say what he thinks is the deck he thinks is going to be the surprise deck to see on a top list. And then I will give you mine, and then we will close out this video.
And don't forget to have them, those viewers, give us their own top 5 in the comments as well.
I will do that in the closing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Honestly, what I think would pop off the radar is, this has been the deck that's fallen off the radar forever, I think, is Domain Monarchs tied up with Blue Eyes. Why I think Domain Monarchs, nobody's seen the deck running around for the last couple of years since it's been released. Yeah, it's got a couple cards on the ban list, but who wouldn't want to lock their opponent out of the extra deck? And then Blue Eyes, you know, it's supposed to be getting new support in the next few sets that are coming out. And I think, you know, Blue Eyes might just be another deck. Oh, hey, I'm playing Blue Eyes, you know, what are you going to expect the deck to do? Or just not pop off at all?
Yeah. So I agree with them. Blue Eyes, I think Blue Eyes are going to get that hype again. Like they did when they got their old support that was new. There was so much hype on it, and then the deck kind of just fell off the wasteland. I think it's going to be the same thing here. It's going to get hype, and then it's going to fall off the wasteland. My sleeper deck is going to be Mermails. I think Mermails are going to be a thing. You got your Guinea now at 3, and with Seika Lights now out, which they can thrive off of Seika Lights since they're not really trap heavy. They have never been trap heavy or spell heavy, so they're okay with only running that as a spell card because you have hand traps to your disposal now and a bunch of, you know, battle traps and
Floodgates.
You can't run floodgates because Seika Lights.
Oh, that is true.
Seika Lights can only be your spell card in your deck, so exclude what he just said. They don't run floodgates. But yeah, hand traps basically you're going to be running a lot of, which is your ogres, your ashes, your now your ghost spell that you have to your disposal now, and your effect veilers. You're going to be seeing that now. They're going to be super trap heavy or hand trap heavy. Sorry, hand traps, not traps, hand traps, and just be aware that that can do something. It always was be able to do something. Just now. Dragini's at 3. Now they've got that power card they need. They got their power card back, so it's going to be real fun to play against a Mermail player.
And I will have to agree with that. That is honestly, I will agree to. You know, nobody's going to expect Mermails to pop up out of nowhere. Honestly,
And I think a lot of people have forgot what Mermel's can do. So
It just does.
you're going to see what they can do by just discarding, special summoning, special
Pistol
summoning.
and a bunch of other rank 4s and shit they can just pop up on
Yeah.
the board and then the link summons.
I honestly think that's going to be the sleeper deck that people sleep on. And if you guys didn't watch my video, I'll link it below. I gave you my thoughts of decks you should pick up before this ban list. And one of them was Mermills. Hopefully you picked it up because Dragoon's gonna skyrocket now. I haven't looked at it yet.
One
maybe I
would
should.
be chance.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Real quick. Let me look at the prices for Dragoons. So I'm sure, because before the ban list, it was only a $2 card. So we'll find out.
You know, it's surprising. You never discussed that in your prediction, but you know, I think honestly between us and the viewers that are watching this would be a bit surprised that, oh hey, Atlanteans are gonna pop up and Mermails and all.
Well, I
this
did
other
mention
shit.
in my videos to pick up what decks to pick up before the ban list. 'Cause
Yeah.
I knew that Mermails would do something. It's just
Right.
now for sure because I didn't expect Dragoons to be off the ban list.
Right.
That was kind of. I mean, I think
That
everyone was
just-
shocked.
Yeah, mind blew all of us.
Yeah. Anyways,
What's it going for?
well, the ultimate rare now is $45.
Oh shit.
The ultra rare though is still at $2. So
Alright.
definitely pick that up before it goes up. I'm sure it's gonna go up.
Yeah, you got a couple
So-
days before this list comes into effect. You better pick up your shit before
Yeah.
it goes
If
up.
you haven't done it by now, do it now. Pick up your Mermail stuff if you want to run Mermails before it skyrockets, or even pick it up for trade bait. I mean, I would. The ultimates are probably gonna go up to more than 45 than what it says. So.
I believe so too.
Anyways, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Hit that like button if you liked the video, and leave a comment below. Tell us what you guys think of your guys' top 5 and what you guys think that the decks are to beat. Maybe you guys are different from ours. Everyone's different, so I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on it and tell us what you guys think. If you haven't already done it, subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Also hit that notification bell so you guys get notifications when I upload a video. Alright, I will talk to you guys later. And this guy here will talk to you later.
Have a great
Right?
one. Yep.
Bye.